loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. That's what I thought. A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Grab a dandelion and make a wish. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. That's what I thought. Diamonds in the eyes, gold in the heart. Face like a Da Vinci, her body's a work of art. Got a nigga motivated. She puts me like a shopping cart.
But all our trips feel like fairy tales, you know. All our
It's like
trips feel like
alternate reality.
when we're there, we're in the moment and we're doing our thing. But we leave, it's almost like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Like, was that real?
It doesn't ever feel real.
Like,
and that's my favorite. It's been like that since we met, though.
Mm-hmm.
Anything we do together, it just feels so amazing. Like, it just doesn't, like I said, it's like a fairy tale. It feels like we're in a different reality, or like I'm living in a dream and doing something. And
but it legit feels like almost like a dream when we get back home. It's like,
yeah, like it never really you wake up the next day like, did that happen? Did we do that?
Real?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, my bank account seems like it did that. The kids acting all crazy like they did that. So I'm like,
well, and then so when we get home, the cat, one of the cats was pregnant at the time.
Pumpkin was pregnant,
and Bree's whole thing was,
please don't give birth while I'm in Florida.
Yeah.
Please
so guess
wait
what
for
happens?
me.
As soon as we get home,
at 10:30, guess who goes into labor? My baby girl, Pumpkin.
So now there's still no rest for the wicked. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We get to the house, you know, we're trying to relax, whatever.
We're unpacking.
We're unpacking. I was like, meow. We can tell the cat is like a little.
She was crying.
She was crying, and then the water breaks, bloop, 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 bloop.
All over our clothes that we have on our rack.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving our stuff now, trying to figure out how to make this more comfortable. And I'm freaking out now. I'm like, yo, I got to watch YouTube videos. I'm like watching like birthing videos because now I'm a whole midwife. And
like, be careful what you ask for, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I wasn't upset. I was ready.
I wasn't upset, but
I was like, yo, I got to get the booger squawker in case.
But you was like, yo, you know, I hope she don't give birth until we get home, man. As soon as she was waiting for us to get home. As soon as we get home, boom, you know, you got exactly what you asked for. And
Juan was like, I'm not helping. You asked for this. Oh, it was like, yo, all right, by the end of this trip, Carl, me and you I was done, okay? Because with the waking me up, with the freaking complaining, the rushing me, with the, what is it?
It had to be done, man.
No, and then to end it off, he wasn't gonna help me.
By
the end of that night, me and him weren't really talking.
I still helped you.
No, you didn't.
I went and got the box.
You got me a box, and then I said that's when you said you weren't helping me. That was the most you were doing for me.
That's all I needed to do.
Yeah, because me and Pumpkin had it.
Yeah, so.
Oh, along the way, guys, I know this is unkept secret, so we had amazingly amazing sex in Florida. Per usual, I mean, we have a very active sex life. Mm-hmm. He posted his horny goat. We got horny goat the day before we left because
shout out to my man
Cook Rock at Southside Smoothies. Y'all need to sponsor us too, by the way.
Yeah, if you're in Rhode Island, Southside Smoothies is on in the south side of Providence, Prairie Avenue.
Like we said, we're vegetarian, and they are veggie based and super healthy, amazing smoothies. We even put our pre-workout in it one day with the horny goat. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah, it helps, you know what I'm saying? Like
a whole jar, I think it was about this big, was $60, I think I paid.
That wasn't that much. I think
that's with the
30.
smoothies. It was 30, and then I paid,
Yeah. You know, it's cool.
Working.
So, you know, I took a picture of it, and I was like, I put it on my page, and I was like,
no shame.
Thanks, Quick Rock. You know what I'm saying? You can't go on vacation without it. And I'm ready for some backlash. Some people just be talking junk, but you know, I'm a troll, so
the trolling.
I accept all the smoke online. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk junk?
He has no problem offending people.
Want to go back and forth? You know what I'm saying? I'm a trolling master,
which we'll get to in a moment.
You know, I'm a troll master, so you know, I expected some trolling to come my way. You know what I'm saying? Some smart remarks and all that.
Or some laughs,
but
judgments.
I don't really care, but it didn't come. You know what I'm saying? I got
Nah.
more. It was more of an advertisement. It was
Yo,
more
we
guys.
got mad messages like, somebody said, where can I inquire about getting some horny goat weed?
Yes, it's a natural.
While we're at Podfest. So this guy's like, hey, I'm trying to inquire. He was calling you, blowing you up. He's like, how can I inquire about getting some horny goat weed?
My homie from he lives in Canada, my boy lives in Canada. So, I connected Cook Rock with all those people. Like, hey, you got to go through him and get it. You might say he'll send it to you, ship it to you, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that was, it actually worked.
It contributed. Definitely working.
A natural male enhancement, you know what I'm saying?
It's not it does say male enhancer, but it's also makes it harder, right?
That's enhancement.
Oh, I thought enhancement meant growth. You don't want to say that you're growing it. Yes, it is. Enhancement means growth.
No, it just makes it better. Enhancement means it makes it a little better. So that's all it advocates for. Yeah, man, like for example, what's the blue pill? The
Viagra?
Viagra is a male enhancement. Same type of thing. So it's natural.
It worked.
It's natural.
It's still working.
Roots and berries and all the type of things.
Organic. It's organic, yeah.
Organic, so
it has definitely been a noticeable difference. So thank you, Cook Rock. A great sex in Florida, like amazingly amazing. Per usual, it's always amazing, but like vacation is different.
Yeah.
Let's just. I also got taken advantage of in the girls' bathroom by a lesbian couple.
Oh yeah. So we was at the
while we were at the swingers place.
At the swingers place, and I see these girls like I'm standing outside the girls' bathroom. I kind of like see a little area, and then
there's like a little hallway.
Yeah,
before the turn.
They're kissing in the hallway. For some crazy reason, I'm thinking like
because he knows me.
I'm like, they're gonna put a brie into that little thing. I already had that thought in my head when I see them kissing it because she already had went in there, and they went in there after, not after her, but it just happened to go into there, and but they're all over each other, and
they're a couple,
and then Bree got to the mix a little bit on her way out, got a little, but I didn't. I
told him the truth as soon as I walked out the bathroom. Like as soon as I walked out, I told him. Like it's never like there's a secret. Like I don't like hide it. It's not a lie. Like I've never.
Yeah, because I was looking at them, but then when I kind of like walked away before you came out, I seen you walking over there towards them, but I didn't see what happened. So, but I had an idea that was gonna happen because
listen, you can't
girls
ask
like
me.
To
and then expect
girls like to snatch Bree up when it goes to the bathroom and shit. They like to do that stuff. So it's like
that's always been my downfall is the bathroom, actually.
Your downfall up.
It's been definitely my down because I go down. You know what I mean? Like girls go down. My downfall.
Oh, okay.
You get it?
I got you.
And then you go up.
Okay.
Yours goes up. You're my upfall. Get it?
I got you.
Okay.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Get it? All right. Well, okay, so we touched on Podfest. Let's talk about your trolling for a moment, because even if we don't, this episode, we can make some reels. My baby, my handsome man, this right here, is a troll. And we've been catching some heat off of the videos and the content and our views. Mainly mine saying that men are the prize. But let me just say, if you don't watch the podcast or listen to the podcast, it will be taken out of context.
Yeah, you're gonna miss.
You're just hearing it and thinking men are the prize, and I'm not the prize.
So they got a lot of questions. They got a lot of stuff to say.
No, they just have a lot of stuff to say. There's not even a question. It's more so they got a lot of stuff to say. These people,
that'll be answered if you watch the podcast. So
if you watch the podcast, first of all, you can very clearly see the dynamic that me and Kwan have. I am a I'm not a princess. I am a queen. I am spoiled. I am.
Taken care of.
I am very well taken care of. I do not want for anything. I do not need for anything. I don't have to do much. I don't have to lift any fingers. I don't have to get my hands dirty much unless I want to. I'm a little tomboy sometimes, so occasionally I do choose to, but not very often. And then halfway through, he got to pick me up or carry me or do some stuff. in no way, shape, or form am I saying that I am not a prize either, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she definitely is. But on the flip side, I don't have to do anything.
Nothing.
When it comes to, if I don't want to cook or clean, or
nothing.
if I don't want to do any of those things, I don't have to. But
you don't.
But I still do it. I still
you do when you want to help me.
No, like say for example, when you were going out to work and doing that stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Right now in this dynamic,
yeah,
you don't do for anything.
Like, because you know, I
don't
go to work, she stays at home.
That's
what
I'm saying.
So
that's not what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, all I'm saying is, like, I just like to do that because it makes you appreciate what you do more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like this is your job and this is my job, and it's like stick to that script. You know what I'm saying? No, it's still a flexible thing when it comes to that, because I want you to feel like you're appreciated when you do those things.
I know you appreciate me, baby.
Of course. So but
again, since my baby's a troll, he does enable the bowl, but he also defends me. I don't feel the need to respond mostly to any comments because they're my views, and if you don't see them, that means you're not the dynamic I'm trying to reach to. And half the time these people again are not watching the content to take it in the way that I mean it.
And these the people that come at us for basically Bree's views or my views, they're all the same type.
I stand in my points.
They're all the same type. They're single.
Let's be real nice here, because
single
I'm not
women,
offending anybody.
And single women who are a little bitter, maybe a little overweight, and those are the ones that come at us for the things that we say and the way that we feel and our views, and they come up with these adjectives, these labels, these pick me, like, because you don't agree with the way she feels about men or feels about her role as a woman in a relationship. She got to be a pick me, or you got to be
or the
settling.
There's a settling that happens, or even the people that have personally known you love to comment and be like, really, you have her thinking she's a prize? I mean, you're the prize? Or honestly, we even recently just got someone who posted a screenshot and tried to ruin, like, what she thought was post screenshots from 2 years ago.
Before we even knew each other.
No, this was like 2-3 months before we even got together. And
before we even knew each other.
Right. This is before we knew each other. And she posted the screenshots under a status that had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
About what she was posting. And
it's like,
tried to kind of make it seem like you were cheating on me. But we didn't know each other. And we also, again, if you watch our content, we talk about everything. I know everything that's happened. I know everything he's done. We are vocal about it. We've gotten through it. And we are in a place where nobody can tell me anything about this man. And
that she doesn't already know. Like, so
that's what I'm saying. I know y'all can't tell me nothing.
And it's just crazy, these people. These people, you tell them about themselves.
And I'm not trying to offend anybody. These are my views.
And here's the thing too. Like, I'm not a troll in the sense of I'm saying stuff that I don't believe in, or I'm saying stuff that's not real to get a rise out of you. Mm-hmm. That's what a real troll is. Mm-hmm. I'm actually saying stuff that I do believe.
Exactly.
But it triggers people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's okay, because you know what? Social media is a platform. So when we're posting these things and we're posting these discussions, I always know there's going to be some type of heat that comes with it. At the end of the day,
you put it out there.
I can be open to different people's perspectives. Yeah. Just because I was raised a certain way and I have certain views does not mean that I'm not okay with the views that other people have.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes me upset is when people have the nerve to comment on something and be like, oh, well, he's not a prize, blah, blah, blah. Like, first of all, if you thought my man was a prize, you would have been with him. Mm-hmm. I see my man as a prize, just like if you guys had a partner, you would see your partner as a prize.
You should see a partner as a prize.
You absolutely should see your man as a prize. That's why I will cater to my man. I will think he is a prize because that keeps him happy. That keeps me happy.
And if you don't see him as a prize, that's fine. Then you see your man as a prize.
And if you don't see your man as a prize, then,
I didn't never said I was the prize.
Never.
I never said I'm the prize.
Nope.
Bree said I'm the prize.
Yeah.
That's how she feels.
And when I said men are the prize and are real, I meant in the sense that men, and this is statistically, factually proven, men can get with a younger woman at any age. If you are an upper echelon, higher status man,
not even that status man, a man of a certain status, or you don't have to be whatever you consider upper
whatever
echelon.
Term y'all want to use, but if it's upper echelon, higher status, or six-figure making man, they can marry a younger woman and dispose of the person they are with now, just because they're unhappy, just because they're not being satisfied in a certain way. Women cannot do that as often or as frequently.
Yes.
That is especially what my men are the prize. Yeah.
Especially at a certain age.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all she's saying. And the only reason I talk about this stuff is because I experienced it firsthand.
Yeah. Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I experienced it firsthand. Like, I had a woman my age who, was making me jump through hoops to prove that I belong with her for years. And and then there's always a move the goalpost, move the goal line, move the finish line, and it's never enough. So I ended up meeting Bree, who was younger than the person I at the time I said I would date, but I had to break that rule because of how different she was and appreciative she was of me as a person, not about what I had or what I did for her. She was appreciative of me as a person and genuinely loved me more than anybody and didn't care what was going on. Like, I'm going to be with you and like this and that. And then it's not like I'm rich, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, nothing, extraordinary or compared to any other, person, but she looked at me that way and she expressed that, you know what I'm saying? And it was a complete different contrast to what was going on before that. So, and it made me realize the difference, you know what I'm saying? Like, it made me realize like stuff like, The Godfather, the immortal Kevin Samuels would say, you know what I'm saying? That's why, men of a certain status go to younger women, you know what I'm saying? Because I never like to use the word submissive and all the other stuff. I don't even like to use those terms, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I don't even like to use those terms. But she was more understanding of a woman's role in a relationship, and she wasn't selfish. That's the biggest thing. A lot of women my age, they're selfish as hell. They want to have they want to have theirs, and they want to have you when they want you.
But then that again goes back to the fact that men, technically, in that status of men, are the prize because they always gear towards women under the age of 30. And that is because we have less relationship trauma. Mm-hmm. We are still in a mental state where we can be molded to release any pain that we've had before. We don't have as much ego. We're not stuck in our ways as much. We are still growing. So we are still easily ready to flexible, kind of negotiate and compromise, and we're willing to learn without having too much ego attached to what we're doing or holding on to, or there's not a lot of I'm gonna lose this if I do this. There's not a lot of there's less ego.
You're gonna do this if I do this and you do this. I'm gonna lose all this, and I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my neck out there for a man like that anymore.
And like I said, there's less ego in women under the age of 30.
It's ridiculous, and it's like
we're easily molded, I guess, in a way. You conform to the role that person wants.
But at the same time, you're of a different ethnicity. You're Puerto Rican, and also
I was raised to be very differently.
Now, also, a lot of particularly Black women in my generation, they weren't raised in a home with two parents, a married couple. A lot of us raised in broken homes. Even myself, you know what I'm saying, like no dad. So we didn't really get to see the dynamic of a marriage and what it takes to
The uglies, the good, everything.
Yeah,
And
and the dynamic
I
of a
was
marriage,
lucky in that way.
Yeah, and
Very
you
lucky.
got to see that. You got to
Yeah.
grow up in that. You got taught that yes, you do need a man by this age. Yes,
Yeah.
you need a man. So that was embedded into your brain automatically. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So a lot of women our age, well, my age, I should say, a lot of women my age, particularly black women, they didn't see or wasn't raised in a home where there was a marriage, and
Right.
they didn't get to see the dynamic. It wasn't taught the dynamic is what you do for your
Right.
husband, this and that. They were taught the complete opposite. They were taught
To be
you don't
independent.
need no man.
Right.
Go and get your degree.
Right.
Go and get this and this and that. You know
Well,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
taught that too, right? Because I was also told to go to school, right? I went to school and obviously did all that to be this successful person that I became, but that was not number one. It was never the goal. It was never the priority. It was never what the end goal was had to be. It was
if you got to be by yourself, at least you got your degrees and you got your this and this, that,
you know
and
what I
your
mean?
pug,
Worst
and
case scenario,
your Shih Tzu,
but that's
you,
a worst case scenario.
But you gotta look at it like this: like white women, like Asian women, they're taught that too. They're taught go to school, get your degree. But when they're getting their degree in their schools, they're looking for a husband.
I was about to say, if you meet a man, exactly, and that's what I did. If you meet a man along the way, you conform to. That's priority number one. Listen, you do what you need to do to kind of, make that work, and then everything falls into place after. Marriage for me, with you, is priority, and always will be, always has been. And I think that a lot of people, like even the way I'm coming out and saying all these things and my views, these are really my views. I stand in them. I will not comment and argue with nobody because if you don't agree, then you're not the audience I'm aiming for. And if you want to know about them, keep listening. If you don't, then you're not my target audience. But I think that people have this misconception that it is not okay to tell men that they're worthy, or that you can't cater to your man, or there's something wrong with admitting
a negative connotation towards
like what's wrong with admitting that, you know what, I love this man and I need this man, not in the sense that I need him, like need him, but I need him, and I have no problem admitting it. I think that that's just ridiculous.
That's what men want a lot of times, just to be appreciated.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care. I will stand here and kiss his foot if he asks me to. Honey, what you need? Because he pays our bills. He takes care of me. I need and want for nothing. So who he was prior, since people love talking about the prior, Kash, who he was prior and to any other female has nothing to do with me. I do not care, because to me, he's a prize. To me, he is top-notch, upper echelon, because of where we are in life, what he does for me, and who he is to me.
And your mate should be the same. If you don't feel that about the person that you're with, then maybe you should press that reset button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the power button. Reset your computer and try over again.
Let's reboot.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're living a lie. You know what I'm saying? And if you was happy with who you're with, you wouldn't be trying to dismiss who Bree thinks what Bree thinks of me. Like, why are you trying to debunk how she feels about like, come on, like, that's just crazy.
Or to even want to ruin someone else's relationship, like with some screenshots again.
But you know nothing about what's going on in our lives.
But you would if you listened to the podcast.
Yeah, and then everything you're trying to do,
it's mean, it's hateful, it's ugly. It is the fact that people feel the need to ruin or try to ruin something just because of our views. And I think that people like that, they don't ever really end up happy, because no matter what people do to me or what they have said or who they are, I always wish people the best, because I genuinely, even if you have more than me or if you have less than me, I will always wish people success and love, because
we're not gonna go out of our way to try to make the person that you're with feel a certain way about you, unless we really know.
That's just hateful.
Not only that, unless we are close proximity with those people, unless we're really close to those people and we're friends and we know exactly what's going on, we know how bad the person is. We know how bad the person is for you.
Yeah.
Like definite, like
Well, yeah,
stuff
if
that's
you're a
really going on.
people's,
You
that's
know what I'm saying?
different.
Like,
But
but
even still,
you're
we
on
give
the
our
outside.
opinion. Yeah,
But you're on the outside looking in at something you have absolutely, you know,
nothing,
nothing about
nothing.
at all.
And then we're explaining most of it. So again,
There's nothing you can really say about it. Like, Bree knows
nothing.
me more than anybody. She probably knows more about me than anybody ever.
Vice versa.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like our relationship was built on
A
telling,
foundation
telling
of
each other everything.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it was like, you know, still do it. Still do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you text me and you say something funny, I'm like, yo, check this out. Boom,
I read
boom.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're hitting him up and you know, there's a couple people on the Facebook that they still hit him up trying to get, ooh, let me see, there's dick prints or gray sweatpants, or there's just like many little like people that kind of always try to flock in your DMs, and I see it all.
I'm like, yo, look at this.
I
You
see
know
it
what I'm
all.
saying? Or like, you know, we were talking about the swinger thing, and we got that like on lockdown too. Like, hey, look at this person said XYZ.
Yep.
This person did this. This person said this. All right, you know, I was talking to him. I'll talk to the person as Bree.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'll be like, yo, this person said this XYZ. You take over now, and I give her the
We're
the
one
reins,
person, like,
and she takes over, and she's still talking to the person. They never even know they was talking to different people.
Nope.
You know, so
we're one person, and
so just stop it. You know,
it's not going to work. And I'm sorry for people who do not agree with our views. I am sorry for those who do not agree with what I'm saying. Again, these views got me where I am. These views got me happy. I am happy. I am secured in a relationship. I am 100% going to marry this man. And I know for a fact he's going to marry me.
And the thing is,
and if it doesn't work for you, then that's okay.
No, that's not even if it don't work for them. If you're not happy, you should try something different. You should try something different.
Yeah.
You should go out. If it's whatever you want, you can't get it, it's not working for you, pick yourself up and try again.
Just try and be open to new perspectives.
You know?
I'm not saying anything hurtful. I'm not bashing anybody. I will never woman bash, ever.
But just try it again. Try something different. Don't keep doing the same thing and think it's going to work. If you want something else, if you want to be alone, that's fine too. If that's what you really want in your heart, to be alone, that's fine. Be alone and keep on keeping on what you're doing. But if deep down in your heart you don't want to be alone and you're lying to yourself and you're lying to everybody else, trying to make us believe that being alone is great and it's so wonderful, but deep down in your heart you want to be with somebody else,
then just listen.
Then listen to the people, particularly listen to men.
Yeah.
Men who knows what we're talking about. Don't listen to women who don't know what they're talking about, just like you telling you what you should believe and what you know. Listen to the men that you want to get.
If I listen to people, me and him want to be together. Whoa.
No.
We would definitely not be together.
Your granddad would have bought you a house in Florida. You'd be over there. So.
No, but if I listen, like, I've given up a lot to be with you, and vice versa. You have completely changed. Like I said, people are talking about who you used to be, and even to this day, I'm like, the amount of things that you've done for me or changed for me, you're a completely different person. You're a husband.
And I told her from the gate, I was like, yo, you're not gonna. I can tell you whatever. You know, I can say this and I can say that, but after we go through this process and after we come to where we're supposed to be, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the difference.
And I never believed it because I'm like, you know what? Towards the end, I'm like, all right, Quan, like, you play too much. You got me being way too emotional. Because again, I was that person, people. I'm giving you this advice because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been the grow up in the projects, like different mindset, like I was more manly, like boyish and tomboy. Like I said, tomboyish. I was, I was in
the pants.
I was the pants. I was the pants. I was the breadwinner. I am the one that always had the apartment. I always have a car. I always have that stuff. But that doesn't I never brag on that because this is what matters. But I've been that other person too. I wanted a marriage and I knew who I was and I knew I was gonna be married. But at the same time, I've been that person who not settled, but I just didn't make the right choices. I didn't do the womanly things, or I didn't heal enough in myself to love myself or attract the energy of a man like you.
I know this is not what it's supposed to be, but hey, I'm just gonna I'm gonna ride this little roller
Nah, I ride
coaster.
the wave because you know what?
Yeah.
I had some healing to do. I had some inner work to do, and I had some in order for me to be the woman that I am now, the submissive, the stay at home, the enjoy catering to you woman. I had to go through a lot of things.
But let me say this: we say when you stay at home, she stays at home because she's a real boss. You know, a lot of these women talk about, I'm a boss,
Yeah.
I'm this, I'm that. No, she's a real boss, and she still gets to stay home, and she still gets to check at the end of the week.
Yep.
That's a real boss.
Yeah.
That's a real boss.
And then the money goes right to him in his account every week. I just send it over to him on GPay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to do nothing. So again, yes, my baby is the prize because he provides this life where all I have to do is pick up our kids, yell at our kids, make some food, clean our house, yell at our cats.
If she's tired, she just go to sleep.
And go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, for me though, that is my that was my goal, right? When I told you I met you, I wanted to be a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
I made it very clear from the beginning, I want to be your housewife. I never wanted to be a housewife, but I want to be your housewife.
And we're gonna make that happen.
And he said he was gonna make it happen.
Well, we got to make it happen, you know what I'm
So,
talking about? So, all right.
Again, my views, I'm hitting from both sides of the spectrum. I am not judging, I'm not bashing. I'm just telling you to open up your mind because it worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
I got what I wanted and attracted what I wanted and the man that I deserve. And he changed his ways. He wasn't always that man, but because I changed myself too. And I accepted certain things and certain roles and certain views because why not? Why not? If you're going to provide me with a love that is so deep and in a life that is so comfortable and vacationing and enjoying ourselves and podcasting for fun and
simplifying things.
Like, it's crazy.
You know?
Like, why wouldn't I clean up after you or cater to you or cook for you or rub your feet or do your toes? If all, like, it's not asking. It's like a equal give and take.
Yeah.
To be a queen, you were always taught to cater to the king. Ancient Egyptian times, they literally had, in order to be a queen, you had to be a princess and you had to take etiquette classes. You had to learn to serve your king.
And there's no kings without a queen.
You can literally not be a queen without a king.
I'm sorry, to the wrong.
And I'm going back to the 1800s, like the Egyptian times. I am talking King Tut. I am talking all the real king James, King George. All of those people, they had queens. And those queens were raised and taught to serve a king. You cannot be a queen, women, without serving a king. You have to know your position. You cannot claim to be a queen. You can be princesses. Listen, you definitely can, but you cannot be. Listen, you cannot be a queen unless you serve your king. You have to know your role, and that was always that's 101.
I know, baby. What time is it? You know.
What?
The show's over, so you know.
The deed's been done. You say it.
The cake's been baked.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. That's what I thought. A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Grab a dandelion and make a wish. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me.